Welcome to your Virgo horoscopes for the week ending June 1st. That's right, our last week of May. We officially enter into the second half of 2024. First half is already gone, lickety split, just like that. That's how it works. They say, I always heard when I was younger that time seems to move faster when you're older. That is so incredibly true. And I think that that's because as adults, we waste a lot more time, I think, than we did when we were kids. When we were kids, we were constantly looking to the next thing, the next kind of entertainment, the next sleepover, the next party, the next what have you. And so, we were looking forward to Christmas and our birthdays and all of these different things. And the time just seems so slow because we were always looking forward to the next thing, and it kind of slowed things down. Whereas when we're adults, we really don't have time for that. Yes, we love all those things, but it's not the same. And so consequently, we tend to waste a lot of time thinking about overthinking things and stuff like that. It's just, you know, it is what it is. And that's why we have astrology to kind of help us identify that we're doing this and move on, right? So this is a really good time to check in with your goals for the year. Of course, I know you Virgos have already made them, and I know you're probably on point, but check in anyways, just to be on the safe side. Make sure that there's no little things that you might have, kind of looked over or whatever, or things that are missing that you need to, of course, jump on and make sure are taken care of in order to achieve those goals for 2024. Focus is on you. It's all about you, Virgos. It's a perfect place to be for Virgos, of course. And we still have Juno influencing that self also. We do have the dark moon for about a day, and that's it. She's moving on to Libra this week. So her influence really is on the past. And, she's all about change. I mean, really blowing it up and making changes. And, obviously, we can't change the circumstances in our past. It's just impossible to do that. But we can change how we allow it to rule us. We can change the power that it has over us. We can change all kinds of things about it. We just need to stop trying to focus on changing it or obsessing over the changes that we should have made, and instead go with more of how can I change this energy to better me now? If that makes sense. That little influence is, like I said, literally gone by Monday, Tuesday. And we just still have Juno influencing things. And Juno is, of course, how we relate to others. So it really rules the relationships, and it's really poised in focusing on us. It's focusing on me. And what's interesting about this for me this week is I really feel that Juno's placement is asking you to look at how the relationships in your life have really made you, if that makes sense, or broken you, because it really could go either way. In fact, most of us have a conglomeration of relationships that we feel have improved us and relationships that we feel have not improved us. It's kind of a balance of both. Of course, for some of us, there is an imbalance. But understanding how those relationships made you is really important. How many of you, for example, have been in a horrendous toxic relationship, a relationship that felt like you wasted your time, a relationship that just felt like it was dragging you down or completely beating you down or destroying you or what have you? When you're in a relationship like that, you build up trust issues. And when you build up trust issues, it makes it more difficult for you to form new relationships because you're constantly in a state of mistrust. And it's totally common. Everybody goes through that. I mean, I've got the biggest trust issues out of anybody that I know. And it holds me back every single day because those trust issues, they have a way of creating fear around meeting new people. They have a way of creating fear around trusting those people, obviously. And thus, it also creates a fear of success in the process. And believe me, fear of success is a very real thing. A lot of people I've heard over the years say that's just ridiculous. Why would anybody not want to be successful? Well, if we all wanted to be successful and we didn't have a fear around it, why do we keep putting obstacles in our way in order to make sure that we don't ever reach that success? And that's exactly what we're doing, whether it be conscious or subconscious. So checking in with yourself to really understand how those relationships shaped the person that you are really is important, because you start to see how somebody that was toxic to you, mean to you, in various different levels, not a good person to you, actually left that little mark there and continues to control you to this day. Now, tell me, my friends, does it make any sense at all to allow a person that doesn't even exist in your life, maybe hasn't existed in 20 or 30 years, to continue to have that kind of power over you? It makes no sense at all. And that's why you have to get away from it as quickly as possible. Cut the cords to that person, cut the cords to their trauma. You are not your trauma. You are not what has been done to you. You are the person, the powerful person that can overcome that trauma, that doesn't have to sit in that trauma. You're free of all of that. And that is the way that you need to be in order to move forward and be successful. So that's what I have for you guys this week. I'm Melissa Bruce, the Heavy Metal Sidekick. I will see you next week. And in the meantime, I know you guys will have a great week. You always do. I'll see you next week. Make sure you make it a powerful one.